Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Ask Cap, where I make real estate easier. So today I want to talk about the energy of the owner. So if you are an owner and you're thinking of selling your house, what energy are you bringing to the sales process? Uh, I've learned this with all of my experience that I've been in real estate. A lot of times the owner have got the house ready, they did the right marketing, they chose the right agent, they presented the property really nicely, and when they when the process starts, when the campaign starts, they're so anxious, they're so uptight about everything that the agent can literally feel it. And that's all good, like they're trying to micromanage the agent and every single small detail in the whole process. That's all good. But you're bringing the energy of anxiety with the whole process, and the buyers can feel that, like the buyers can literally feel that. So uh, what I've seen in my experience is the best sales are those where the owner have done everything right, from marketing, from presenting the home to getting the right agent, and to doing everything right, and they just got out of the way, and those are the best sales that I've done in my whole career, because the owner is not thinking about anything regarding the sale. They're not bringing that anxious energy. They just ease into it, and they're trusting the agent, they're trusting the process, and then everything happens really nicely and smoothly. I sold a house, like I did sell it, which was great, but I was trying to sell this house, and the owner, when the open homes was happening, he was just sitting in his car uh, across the street, and he was just looking at everything like like this. Who was coming, he was so uptight and so anxious, and I could literally felt his energy, uh, you know regarding the whole process, when the buyers was coming in. I could literally feel his energy. So don't do that. Don't stand across the road and look at the whole thing, whole 30 minutes when the buyers was coming in. Don't stay inside the house, don't do anything. Just go out, have a lunch, have a coffee, and just trust your agent, because it's just easier. There's been so many times that I'm trying to sell a house and I couldn't sell it, and I just could not sell it. And then the owners are making everything perfectly, like the bed's looking perfect and the rooms are looking perfect, and you know they're just doing everything that they can, but I still couldn't sell a house. But all out of a sudden, they go on a holiday and the house sells straight away, because they're not thinking about the process anymore. They're just over it. They're like, okay, let's just see how it goes, let's just don't worry about it, and the house sells straight away. I was trying to sell this house again. I did sell that one as well, and then I called the owner. I'm like, hey, I know we're trying to sell this house for past 2.5 months, but I've got a buyer who's from Auckland, and I've just got 30 minutes. I'm bringing them in, and they're like, oh, no, no, Cap, but the house is not ready, the bed is not made, and this is not ready, and the house is not looking perfect. I'm like, yeah, tough, tough. I'm coming in. Just let me in your house, and we'll deal with it later. And then the buyer buys the house. The buyer buys the house because they're not thinking about anything. They're like, okay, like, tough, we can't do anything, we're at work, we'll just give him access and we'll just see how it goes. And the buyer buys the house because they can feel the energy. And you might be thinking like, Cap, what are you talking about, mate? You're just a real estate agent, don't talk about energy. Let's just paint everything, let's just get everything perfect, and let's get the house sold. That's important, that's really, really important. But what is important is to look the whole campaign as the whole thing, like getting the house ready, presentation, fixing up things, decluttering the house. That's really important, but energy is really important as well. And if you bring the right energy as an owner, by trusting your agent and by doing everything right and by getting out of the way, I'm not saying don't discuss anything with your agent. Of course, if you have concerns, if you want to question anything, do that, but don't micromanage anything. Because if you bring that calm energy, that stability during the whole campaign, your agent will do the same thing if you have chose the right one. And then of course the whole process will go really smoother, and your house will sell for a great price. So this is what I wanted to talk about. the energy of the owner is really, really important because that dictates a lot of things, even if you've done everything right. So yeah, I'll come back with another episode of Ask Cap. Stay tuned. Bye.